Hey, what's up everybody? So today I would like to share a personal story with everybody. It is quite possibly the largest and most important monumental change in my life that I've ever had. And that was in 2014, I decided to get up and move almost 2,000 miles across the country to a state where I didn't know anybody, I didn't have a job, I didn't have an apartment, and just a sincere desire to move to this state. And I'll kind of give you a brief background. I did grow up in a small town in Pennsylvania, and I lived there my entire life. It was a very interesting time growing up there because there really wasn't much going on. Everybody knew everybody's business and very typical small town stuff. And around, like I said, probably 10 years ago is when I started to get into personal development and things like that. It's very vague, but it was this very important journey for me that leading up to it, I was just tapped out of living where I was living. I had friends there, I had family there, everything that I knew was in Pennsylvania. And after I graduated college, I was stuck in the same routine, going to, working full time, going out on the weekends, just like everybody was doing. And now, I don't have a problem with that, and no judgment on people that live their lives that way now. But for me, it just wasn't enough. It wasn't fulfilling. There was something that I had within me that was really compelling me to take myself out of comfort and, put myself outside of something that I felt comfortable in. So literally with less than $2,000 to my name, fresh out of college, and not knowing a single person, I packed up my 2005 Toyota Corolla with about 2 weeks worth of clothes and various things that I found valuable, such as books and some memorabilia of, just very random things, and just set off west. So I literally didn't have a job, didn't have a place to live, didn't have anything, and set off to Denver, Colorado, which is where I am now. And if you've never moved before, it is something that you won't truly understand until you actually experience it, especially when you move so far away from what you call home that it's just, you can't put it into perspective for someone. Now, that being said, in the 2.5 years that I've lived here, I have grown more personally, spiritually, financially, in every way imaginable than I ever would have had I decided to stay in Pennsylvania and keep living out the same routine. But without knowing a single person and being almost 2,000 miles away from home, where you can't just drive home on the weekend to see your family or your friends, it's something that you find out real quick who your real friends are. People who can keep in contact with you, or if it's just the people that you go out with on the weekends. Once you take yourself out of that, you begin to realize that the people that you associated with might not be the people that are going to be in your life long term. Not like that makes them any less important, because everybody, I believe, does play a huge role in your development as a person. But I felt like that time on the East Coast was, had come to an end for me, at least temporarily. I don't know where I'm gonna be 5 years from now, but it has been the best decision of my entire life to take myself out there and take a risk. Within a week, I found a job. I found a roommate on Craigslist. All of this stuff sounded risky and crazy to every one of my friends and family back home. They didn't understand that I had to move for myself. I had to put myself outside of my comfort zone to continue growing as a person. Where I was just living in the same routine was not doing anything to aid my personal growth. So I took a risk. And you know what? It worked out. I am the person I am today because I threw myself out there. If you take out all other potential, I don't know the word I'm looking for. When you throw out all potential for any other things to happen in your life, you really dig deep within yourself and gain access to these resources that you never thought existed before. And that's the beauty in stepping outside your comfort zone. And to this day, that has been the biggest, most monumental shift in my development as a person that I would not trade it for the world. I still keep in touch with a few people, and those are people that I know are gonna be in my life for the rest of my life. And shout out to you guys, you know who you are. I love you, and I do look forward to seeing you soon. But I just wanted to share that sometimes, I guess what I'm trying to say is, the things that you feel either most drawn to or most resistance to is really a blessing in disguise, and can really, really, really play a huge role in your growth as a person. That you need to put the fear aside, put away, other people's expectations of you, and just go for it, because you're gonna find that there's nothing else that's going to, cause you to grow in the level that this potential scenario could have for you. So if there's anything like that you are considering or have been putting off, then I really think that personally you guys should really look into that and really make a decision, because when you cut yourself off from anything else happening, you really, really become more of who you are. And when you put yourself into a place where no one knows you or anything like that, you can really create the version of yourself that you want people to see. Whereas trying to fit in to expectations of who you previously were. And like I said, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just put yourself out of your comfort zone for a little while and reconnect with that version of yourself in which who you truly are. So that's the end of my message today, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. That's how I came to be the person that I am today. And I would like to attribute a lot of that to that huge risk that I took, and it panned out. So even if it failed, nobody would have been able to take that experience away from me. But almost 3 years down the road from making that huge decision, I am thriving in all areas of life. So that's it for today, guys. And I really hope that you enjoyed this little story that I shared for you. But if you are interested in following along, then go ahead and subscribe to our channel here, and also join our website at dailydestiny.co and join the personal development community that we have started for everybody. I do look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you and have a great day.